Okay, back again. Unfortunately, last week I didn't buy the Buick because it went too high. So I just looking through and I just found this 1987 El Camino. It's at a local charity auction, and there's 2 hours and 56 minutes left to bid. It's currently at $2,700. It's a 1987 El Camino, and we'll take a look at the pictures together. So it's a two-tone gold with brown. It has a rubber liner in the bed. It's got the Chevy Rally wheels. It's got vinyl interior, a split bench seat, power windows, power door locks, cruise control, tilt steering wheel, air conditioning. Has 110,009 miles. Has a gauge package, so it has all the gauges. It has a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission. It has the old white California block plate, and it's currently registered. It expires in 2021. Fortunately, the month is missing, and it was built January of '87. And there's the VIN, and there's the interior again, which is a real nice shape for original interior. Not ripped or stained. Must have had seat covers on it. Yeah, it's a real nice shape. Has a fold-down armrest in the middle. Has a high-mount stop lamp. And there's the engine. It has the 5-liter V8 to 305 cubic inch V8, a small Chevy V8, with air conditioning, which is nice. And let's see what else we have. It's got a rubber bed liner inside of it. Has a nice wraparound window. Has a nice tie downs for using it. And let's see what else. It shows a lot of pictures. It also has a plastic cover on the inside of the bed, so when you're sliding stuff in and out, it doesn't scratch it up. And it looks like it has a little bit of surface rust here from the windshield, the back window leaking a little bit. That's not a big deal. And there's a closer view of it. And there's the passenger side. Has a dual sport mirrors too, I just noticed. Has a rubber floor mats, carpeting inside. Drink holder, need that today. And has 4 sets of keys. Now this auction does mechanical inspection, so it's been inspected by a certified mechanic. And it's got, so it has a report there. It shows, let me go to the next one. Here it is here. It shows the VIN, shows the mileage. It shows excellent is a check mark, average is a line, and then X would be needs repair. So we'll go to the next page. Yeah, there it is there. Excellent, average, needs repair. So engine performance is a check. So it's excellent, excellent brakes, excellent transmission, excellent steering, excellent suspension, excellent tires, tire pressure, parking brakes, steering column, exhaust, power steering, all are excellent. Wheel alignment, excellent. Drive shaft, paint, excellent. Engine oil is good. Brake fluid, power steering fluid, coolant, oil fluid leaks, none. Air filter, belts. Windshield washer does not work. That has needs repair. Engine mounts, motor mounts are good. The battery is good. The horn does not work, so the horn needs to be repaired, and so does the windshield washer. Seat belts are good. Heat works. No rear defrost. AC blows ice cold. Wipers work, speedometer works, odometer works. Okay, and then it shows also, it shows a damage report here, but doesn't show anything, so there's no damage to the body. So there it is there. So it looks like it's faded a little bit on the passenger quarter panel. And that may be signs of an earlier repair. The clear coat faded away. The hood is kind of dull too. And not quite as nice as that Buick was, but this one has more miles on it too. So let's see if there's anything different to show you. I think I showed you all this already. So let's go to this. And right now, currently it's at 2 hours and 51 minutes to go. The current bid is $2,700. So the next bid would be $2,750. So we're at 4:09 right now. So it ends at 7 o'clock tonight, California time. So here's the NADA for values. 1987 El Camino. Original MSRP new was $10,453. Low retail today, it's worth $4,925. You add 5% for air conditioning, $5,171. Average retail is $11,497. High retail would be $15,277. So that's the NAD book, which is the National Automobile Dealers Association guide for pricing. Next, we'll go to, okay, so I went to Auto Trader to see what's available here. This is within 500 miles of San Diego, California. And the lowest priced one is $6,000 for an 87 with 129, 500 miles. Then $69.95 is 87 with 43. That may have been turned over. It doesn't say. Then there's an 84 for 8,500 with 100,000, 126. There's an 87 for 10,000 with 76,000 miles. That's the first one under 100. And then there's a white one with 119 for 10.9. And then there's a two-tone one, 84 with 106 for 15.9 by a car dealer selling that one. So that's what's to give an idea of retail value. So if I do buy this and I decide to sell it to make extra money, that's what it should sell for. It should sell for at least $6,000 based on what I see here. So now that gives me an idea of what I could bid on it. Now we do the Carfax. Here's the Carfax on it. It has a 5-liter V8, which is the 305 cubic inch instead of the 5.7 350. So it does have an accident reported. It has 17 service history records, which is great. It has 38 detailed records. So it is a clean title, and its actual mileage is guaranteed. So it is 110,000 miles guaranteed. And then the odometer shows potential rollover, which it's only a 5-digit odometer, so it did roll over to, went back to 0 after it hit 100. It went 99999, then it went to 0. So there was an accident on December 9th of 2004. There was an accident, so we'll see what that was. But Carfax started in 1991, so that's why it only goes back to 91. So it had an emissions inspection at 29,000 miles, and at 93, 2 years later, had another one, and then again. So every 2 years, California, you have to have an emissions inspection. So in 99, it had 67,567 miles. Then the title was issued or updated. I'm not sure what happened there. Probably another lost title. San Marcos is where the DMV is. And then another inspection, emissions in 01 and 03. Here's the accident. So accident, vehicle involved in a sideswipe collision involving side impact with another motor vehicle. So that would explain the faded passenger quarter panel, why it's faded, because it was damaged 16 years ago. Or not quite 16 years ago. So more inspections, no service yet, but here's the first service at Security Chevrolet in Vista in 06. Oxygen sensor replaced, front brake pads replaced, rear brake service adjusted. More emissions, more emissions. Okay, then we come up to 2011, and it had a Meineke car care, it had an oil and filter change, and rear shock absorbers were replaced. Then in December of 12, okay, here's where it hit 100,000 miles in 11. Now it's got 104,469. It had, and this is where it shows potential odometer rollover because that service garage reported it as over 100,000. So that's why, for your information, this vehicle has a 5-digit odometer, so it probably reset to 0 when mileage exceeded 99,999. Okay, and then at 105,000 miles, it had the emissions inspection again in 2013. And then in 2013, it did it, that's it there. That's the same one, it just did it twice. And then in 425 of 13, upper control arm bushings replaced, lower ball joints replaced, upper ball joints replaced, control arm bushings replaced, front brake pads replaced. That was all done at 105. Currently has 110, so that's a good sign already. I'm already getting excited now because I know it's going to be a good car to buy and to keep or to sell, flip, whatever I want to do with it. But February of 14, the radiator was replaced, the cooling system was serviced, so the antifreeze was flushed out, the coolant was flushed, so that was good. So it's got a brand new radiator and it's got brand new coolant, and that was done at 4,000 miles ago. And then also had the carburetor was reserviced, the distributor cap replaced, spark plug wires replaced, spark plug. So they had a tune-up done, the old-fashioned tune-up that they don't do anymore, but that was done in 414. 414 had the rear brake shoes replaced, the air conditioning was serviced, the rear brakes were serviced, AC hose line replaced, brake fluid checked, brake wheel cylinders replaced, which is common. Those would be leaking right now if they weren't replaced. And it's still in 2014, the carburetor was repaired or replaced. In 14 again, oil and filter was changed. 14 again, the battery cables were replaced and the system was checked. 15 emissions. 15 back at the shop. Flywheel and flex plate was replaced. Transmission filter replaced. AC system service. Starter replaced. Emissions inspection performed. 15 again, 2 tires were balanced and a drive belt was put on. So the serpentine belt was put on. And then in 15 still, idler arm replaced, steering suspension checked, tie rod ends replaced, alignment performed. And then in 15 still, the starter was replaced. Okay, and then here it shows mileage and consistency because it has, here it showed 109, here it shows 99, 90. So that's why that came up. And then here's a new owner was reported. So 5/1 of 19, a new owner bought the car. And then it was taken back for an oil change to the same shop. And that's it. So in January 31st of 20, 6 months ago, it had 109,999 on it. And it had the oil change. So it doesn't even need an oil change to give you an idea. And now it has, let's see, the mileage right now is 110, I think it was. Sorry about that. 110, 107. Let's go back to the odometer to get it. Looks like the mechanic wrote it down wrong. Okay, so right now it has 110,009 miles and 9/10. So it doesn't even need an oil change. It's ready to go. All that work was done to it. Okay, so based on the Carfax, this one is definitely worth buying. It's had all the money put into it already, so it shouldn't need anything. It should be ready to go. So I'm going to go place a bid on it right now. 2 hours and 40 minutes to go. It's at 4:21 our time here in California. So the next bid would be $27.50. So I'm going to place a bid now and see what happens. You better $27.50. Confirm bid. High bid is $2,800. Okay, so I've been outbid. So somebody else has a higher bid than $2,800. Somebody bid $2,800. I bid $27.50. So it's going to end in 2 hours and 39 minutes. So I'm going to place another bid, but I'm not going to place it yet. I'm going to wait till the auction gets close to the end. So I'll be back shortly, and I'll let you know what happens. Yeah, it's 6:25 my time, and the auction ends at 7 p.m. So I'm going to see where it's at now. It's at 3,100. So I've done some research, and it looks like it's only going to be worth about $4,000 to me. So $39.28 out the door if I bid $3,200. That's with all the fees and the taxes, and that's where I'm comfortable. So I'm going to go bid $3,200. Okay, so my next bid is going to be $3,200. That's where it's at now. So I'm going to bid right now. This is going to be my final bid. Okay, you entered $3,200. Confirm bid, and he bid $3,200. So he's a high bidder at $3,200. He bid $3,200 as well. So I guess what I'll do now, there's 33 minutes and 48 seconds to go. I'll wait and see if I want to decide to go to 33. But in the meantime, let me show you some information I have here. These are auction sales at my local collector car auction that has 2 auctions a year. So these are actual sell prices for currently. This one was an 85 El Camino. Very clean, runs and drives great, clean Carfax. So for $4,095. That includes a 6% buyer's premium. And here's what the car looked like. It's very similar, just a different reverse colors. So about the same shape. So that was that one. And then the next one, that was the least expensive one. Okay, this one was an 84 El Camino. One owner, 69,000 miles from Florida. And runs and drives great. And this is what he looked like. He was white top and bottom with the blue middle. So that was a real good deal on that one. I'm not sure why he let it go for 4,200, but that was a sweet deal. And here's an El Camino. It bid to 4,800 and he did not sell it. It just had a high bid of 4,800. And didn't show the mileage, but it was just a solid green one with the wire hubcaps. And then the next one is 5250. No reserve. Has an LT1 engine and transmission from a 95 Impala Super Sport that had only 37,000 miles on it. Plus a 373 posi rear end cold air, but it has a salvage title, and that sold for 5250. And that's what he looked like. He was a solid white one. Then the next one up is an 86, sold for $6,038. And it had custom paint and a vinyl roof added, custom interior, custom exhaust. That sold for $6,038. Then the next one up is an 87, very similar with the same paint scheme as this one, 72,000 actual miles. Had a tonneau, rear hard tonneau cover on the back. He sold for $7,980. He's very similar to this one, but a little bit nicer. And he sold for $7,980. So, excuse me, that one is 72,000 miles, and that's probably why it brought so much money. And this is the most expensive one. This one sold for $9,540, 84 Conquista edition, which I believe this one is. 106,000 miles. Immaculate interior, great head turner, shine outside. New transmission mounts, control arms, valve cover gasket, belts, ACs charged, new radiator, new bed liner, new tires, new wheels, new catalytic converter, pipes, Flowmaster dual exhaust. A lot of money spent on this car. And it sold for $9,500 accordingly, but it's a real nice car. So that's the most expensive one. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to go back here. I'll show you NADA again. NADA shows low retail at about $5,200. But judging by what the auctions are selling, I would say yes, because those auction cars, those are wholesale prices. Some of those are retail, but most people are buying to flip them. Some people are buying to keep, but they're buying at wholesale. Retail is $5,200 approximately. So this car is worth about $5,200. It's had all that service work done to it, as the Carfax shows. It shows all the work done. Somebody put about $3,000 of parts into this car to fix it up. So it is worth more. So I'm going to probably put one more bid in, but I'm going to wait. It's 29 minutes before the auction ends. So I'm going to take a break now, and I'll come back and I'll let you know. So I did some more research and decided it's got about $5,000 of repair work on it, so I think I could safely bid $4,000 on it. So I'm going to go put my final bid in here. We got 2 minutes to go. And no, I'm not, because two people want it really bad because now they have it bid up to $5,100, and it's going to be ending in 2.5 minutes. So I don't know. I would say based on what I had this one sold for $4,095. That included a 6% buyer's premium at the auction, so it sold for about $3,800, and it's actually nicer than the one at the auction today. So the only reason I'm interested in this one at the auction is because it had about $5,000 of repairs, but I would have rather bought this one for $4,200 with 69,000 miles. As nice as it is, so I'm not exactly sure what they're doing here, but we have, now it's at $5,300 with the minute 45 to go, but this just shows you the pitfalls of buying at auction. People get involved emotionally, they're not thinking sensibly, and they spend way too much money, and then they get buyer's remorse the next day when they have to go pay for it. So they don't realize they're going to pay the auction company 15%. So 15% of $5,300 is already going to be almost $800 extra just for the auction company fee. Then you have to pay tax, which is going to be 8% or 9% depending on where you live. Then you're going to have to go get it titled. It's already been smogged and it's registered, so you can transfer that over, but you're still going to be in his car for well over $6,000, and it's not worth it. So I'm not sure what people are doing, but they're not bidding smartly, and especially with the condition of the car. Here's the this quarter panel is going to need to be repaired to make it look good. It's missing the center caps on the rally wheels. It's missing the center caps, and it's missing the trim rings that go around it, the stainless steel trim rings. So I'm not sure what they're looking at, but they're not bidding wisely. But there's 33 seconds to go, so I guess at this point we might as well hang on and see where it winds up. But I was willing to spend $4,000, and that was spending a lot. But I happen to know who the garage is that it just got another bid. Now it's at $5,400. I know the garage that serviced it, and I know the guy does great work, so I know it was done properly. So that was the only reason why the car was interesting to me. Once I ran to Carfax and saw all the work that was done to it. But I don't know. Let's see what. I think at this point, I'm going to come back. I'm not going to go the whole time. I'm not going to waste your time, but I'll come back when the auction finishes and I'll show you where it wound up. Okay, 25 seconds left to go, and we'll see if there's another last-minute bid. What they don't realize is every time somebody bids, they extend the auction by 2 minutes. It's not like eBay where you bid at the last second and it ends the auction and you win. So 10 seconds to go, we'll see if... okay, so there's... bidding was just extended by 153. Somebody else bid 5,400 as well. So I'm not sure... Okay, we're at 7 seconds. Here we go. Let's see where it ends up at. 3, 2, 1, gone. Updating. So it doesn't look like there was another bid. It's just going to be updated. It's going to take a second or two. No, and that's it. So it sold for $5,400. And then down in the description, it shows odometer reads 10,009 miles. True mileage unknown. Runs and drives great. Includes current California smog certificate. See pictures for mechanics inspection report. Okay, so just like the Buick last week, it had some late bidders that were willing to spend more than I was. So we're going to try it again. So I guess I'll talk to you again probably next weekend, and we'll see if we can win one here. We'll keep trying. That's all I can do. I've been trying for about a year now, so haven't recorded those, but I figured I might as well start showing what's going on. But thanks for watching, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and anybody else that's thinking about buying at an auction. And we'll try it again next time. We'll talk to you then.